So good morning to you all. Welcome back to our online sociology class. As you can recall on my previous video, I gave an explanation on differential educational achievement. So more precisely on social class. I have already explained to you all on how material deprivation generally has a negative effect on educational achievement. So now I will explain on how cultural factors, that is cultural deprivation, affect educational achievement. So according to the cultural theory, some groups such as the working class have inferior norms, values, skills, and knowledge which prevent them from achieving in education. First factor which is related to the cultural deprivation theory is parental attitudes. Now coming to parental attitudes, working class parents have inferior language skills, but also they do not value education. Moreover, the working class cultures are deficient and therefore the working class children are deprived. As a result, they do not perform well at school. The cultural deprivation theory put the blame for working class underachievement on the working class themselves. Working class parents basically teach their children norms and values that do not equip them for education in later life. Working class students underachieve at school because parent attitudes do not help them. That is, the parents may internalize the idea that education is not necessary or is not for people like them. Donc, théorie de cultural deprivation, l'idée c'est tout simplement que ben famille de la classe ouvrière, ça veut dire working class family, montre aux ben enfants certaines normes et valeurs que l'éducation peinant aucune l'importance de la vie. Et que ça, pas pour ben dimoun comme eux. Parce que pour eux, si ils sont nés, if they have been born in the working class family, they are going to remain there from generation to generation on. Another factor related to cultural deprivation theory is language pattern, language codes. So according to the sociologist Basil Bernstein, the use of language gave students certain cultural advantages and disadvantages. The education system is based on a particular language code, which is used or has to be learned. So Bernstein argued there are two types of language code. We have elaborated code and we have restricted code. Now coming to elaborated code. Elaborated code is the language used by well-educated people. The vocabulary is extensive and detailed. It is the language used by teachers, in textbooks, and in formal occasions. Children from middle class and upper class households tend to make use of elaborated code, since their household had a wider vocabulary. They better understand how to talk to other people. So since they are used to elaborated code, this gives them an advantage for class discussion, writing essays, and understanding textbooks. So they are more familiar using the elaborated code than the working class children. Donc, ben enfants de la classe moyenne et ben enfants de la famille riche, depuis les petits, les parents peuvent déjà montrer les causer d'une façon bien détaillée. Et les verbes aussi bien conjugués. Donc ça aide pour après, quand vous pour faire ben essai, class discussion, tout ça là. Ok? Et que vous comprend quand votre professeur peut expliquer dans classe en utilisant elaborated code. Donc elaborated code, il est capable en termes de anglais ou bien même de français. Now coming to restricted code. Restricted code is the language used by friends and families in informal settings. It is sometimes slang grammatically incorrect with basic vocabulary. It tends to be very basic language which is used by both working class and middle class. The difference is the working class use it all the time, whereas the middle class know when to resort to elaborated code. Since working class pupils are more used to restricted code, they get difficulties during class discussion, writing essays, and understanding textbooks, thus affecting negatively their educational performance. Les enfants de la classe moyenne, les enfants de la classe ouvrière sont plus habitués avec restricted code parce que depuis ils sont petits, ils apprennent un type de langage à la maison qui est vraiment pas bien élaboré et même un verbe pas bien conjugué. Donc, ils ont des difficultés pour utiliser elaborated code à l'école. Parce que à l'école, professeur explication qui fait, c'est en termes de elaborated code. Et même ils appliquent elaborated code dans un essai et class discussion. Donc, restricted code, c'est une des bonnes raisons qui fait ben working class underachieve at school. Now, another factor related to cultural deprivation theory is economic pressure on the family. That is, we are going to look at immediate gratification and deferred gratification. So due to economic pressures on family life, working class children are leaving school at the earliest opportunity. So working class parental attitude along with economic pressure together leads towards immediate gratification. So working class pupils expect immediate gratification, whereas middle class pupils understand the benefit of deferred gratification. The impact of this is that the working class pupils prefer to leave school as soon as they can and get a job, while middle class pupils will delay paid employment in order to attain higher qualifications and get higher paid occupations. This approach blames working class families themselves for differential achievement by the social class. And this idea is particularly associated with the sociologist Barry Sugarman. Okay? Maintenant, en termes de immediate et deferred gratification. Les enfants de la classe ouvrière, plus vite possible pour eux, le fait qu'il y ait l'éducation pas vraiment important, donc je ne pas penser qu'il est important pour eux qu'ils restent dans le système d'éducation pendant une longue période de temps. Donc, je trouve une opportunité qui, plus vite possible, vous êtes capable de quitter le système d'éducation afin de prendre un travail et aider les parents en termes de financial support. So this is known as immediate gratification. When you look for the reward immediately, you want it now. You do not want to delay the reward for afterward. Mais par contre, une famille de upper class et middle class encourage les enfants pour rester dans le système éducatif plus long possible parce que le moment qui nous reste dans le système d'éducation plus long veut dire nous pouvons plus beaucoup de qualifications et en termes de qualification quand on n'a plus beaucoup veut dire qu'il nous la paye pour après il pour plus beaucoup. Okay, so this is deferred gratification when we tend to delay the rewards for afterwards. So we will stay in the education system for a longer period in order to postpone the reward for afterward. Okay. So thus, these were mainly the home factors which influence educational attainment for different social classes. So for our next video, we will be focusing on school factors which influence differential educational attainment in terms of social class. Okay, so after this video, I will be posting also an exam question with regard to whatever we have covered for factors influencing educational attainment, so more precisely on social class, and I expect you to be working the question as homework and to be posting it on the group or on my personal mail. So thank you.